Good afternoon, Colin here with Techout. I've been getting a lot of questions on joining the Ubiquiti early access program for release builds and the beta builds for your devices such as access points and the Ubiquiti Dream Machine Pro. So I want to go over how to join the program and what you need to do to get your devices on the beta firmware, as well as purchase early access products. So the first thing you're going to want to go do is go over to the Ubiquiti website. Just go over to the community tab here, go to your profile up here on the top, go to account settings, and then go down to the early access programs right here. I'm already in it, so you're not going to see like an option to join right here, but if you're not already in it, you will see the join option. Just click that, agree to the terms. There is no acceptance or anything like that. Anybody can join. You just have to agree to the terms and conditions. So once you do that, go back over to the store. And once you log in under the store section here, you're going to notice you get an early access little tab over here, which all these EA products are products that have not been publicly released yet. So you must be in the early access program to purchase them. So there's a couple stipulations that come with purchasing these products. You can't resell them. You can't really like review them or anything like that video wise. So they are beta products and they are governed by those terms and conditions. So that's one of the things there. But that's for the physical products themselves. If you want to go over to I have a Dream Machine Pro. So if we go over to settings, in advanced here, you can see I have a release channel option where I can be on the release build, the release candidate build, or the beta build. Now I update my UDM-Pro via SSH, so that's going to be a little bit different for updating the UDM-Pro itself than it is for your access points or switches or anything like that. For those, you're going to hop over into your network controller. This can be on a UDM-Pro, it can be on a Raspberry Pi, it can be on a cloud key, doesn't really matter. You just need to have the Unified Network controller running somewhere. You're going to go over down to the settings section here, go to updates and go to advanced. Up here you can access private release channels with your Ubiquiti account, so you're going to need to turn that on and sign in with your Ubiquiti account that is connected to your early access program. So the account you use to sign up for the early access program, you're going to sign in with that account. And then right here, the controller release channel, that is going to be for your Unified Network controller. My Unified Network controller is updated when I update my UDM-Pro, so whatever beta build of the UDM firmware I'm on will include the build of the Unified Network controller. If you're doing this on a Raspberry Pi or hosting it on your own device, it's a little bit different. So you're going to be updating it manually basically, and there are releases that you can download for that. That's a whole nother thing. I'm not going to be talking about that in this video. But for your device firmware release channel, you can see we have the different ones right here. So if I check it down on beta here, we're going to apply those changes. If we go back up to the devices here, you can see all of these devices right here, all my access points right here, this little update button. You can update it to the beta. So I'm on 4.3.13.11253 right here. The beta right now is 5.17.011742. So you can update all your devices here for beta. Say you only want to update your switch for the beta, which I was doing at one point because my switch was a early access product. It is now since released, so it is running the release firmware. But if I only wanted to update my switch, I could hit confirm right here and update that switch, and then I can go back down here, go back to updates, go back to advanced, switch it back to release, and then that way I've only updated that switch. And then these will start dropping off here once it checks for another update. Your switch will be on the beta firmware, but your other devices will remain on the current firmware. You can see that one dropped off here. And then you can keep all your other devices on the beta firmware, so now you can see they're up to date again on the release builds. Another thing is you can go to community, once again being signed into your early access account. You can go to software releases and beta, and then you can see right here, if we find the Dream Machine Pro, so Dream Machine Firmware 1.7.2, we can see that this is in testing. And then we also have a release candidate right here. I think they're both, if you go up to the top here, past it, go up to the top here, it's RC4, so release candidate 4. for 1.7.2. So if you want to update your UDM or UDM-Pro, all you need to do is SSH into your UDM and copy this command right here. Paste that in to the SSH, and it will send that update command, and it will download the 1.7.2 to your UDM or UDM-Pro. Again, you can only get to the beta ones, so these right here, the testing ones, the beta ones, if you're signed in to a early access account, and then you can access this beta field right here. If not, you're just going to see general, and you will only see the release candidate or stable builds, which same thing, you can still copy those right here. So if I wanted to update to this release candidate build, I could copy this one right here and SSH into it and do it that way as well. So that's how you update the UDM. And like as you can see right here, it comes bundled with the network controller 5.13.29. So that is a different build than what you would see if you're just running a network controller by itself. So there is a difference between that and when you would be running on like a Cloud Key or a Pi or whatever you may be running it on. So that is how you set up your early access account and how you can get in to updating your devices for beta firmware and for early access builds and stuff like that for testing or fixing issues in public builds. I'm Colin with Techout. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. And as always, have a great day.